300 men in Gideon, then it came down to, after he let those people who kneeled down to take a drink leave. 300 men in Gideon lined up around the camp. That's what they did. So now nightfall came. This was the time of their attack. They waited for it to be nightfall and lined up around the camp. Each had a trumpet, pitcher, torch. How could they be the champ, right? So there are definitely props and instruments that they're using, but it's not powerful weapons or anything like that. They blew their horns and smashed the jars. Their torches burned so bright after they had smashed those jars with the torches inside of them. The enemy woke up and ran. God's people won the fight because this was a surprise to them. There were so many. They were surrounded, and these jars were just broken. And these jars were so loud as they broke. And then it revealed those torches, and also those torches were so bright. So then they got scared because it was like too bright. It was too loud. And so what had happened was they woke up and they ran, like they moved so fast. God's people won the fight. What had happened was they ended up hurting each other. The people in the camp had hurted each other, hurted the others in the camp. As God had promised Gideon, he'd help in every way. The army did not fight alone. God fought with them that day. You too are his chosen child. This story is for you. Commit your way unto the Lord. Trust him in all you do. Trust him with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. There is a reason why God works that way, because he wants us to be obedient. There are also very detailed ways he wants to go about things. Again, with symbolism, again, with testing our faith and our obedience. And at the end of the day, God wants to give the victory. He will give the victory through us here to show himself glorious and how he's capable to do these things. He'll take care of his people. He'll be there, and he will show up. His might, his help. He is there for us. He will never leave us alone. He will be the one to save us, give us a victory, to literally make things good again. He's the only one who can. The parents note from the author: when children hear amazing stories like this, one, they might think of Gideon as a superhero. However, it is important for them to realize that Gideon won a great victory for the Lord, and with his guidance that day. It was the Lord. Gideon was not a great man, but God chose him to do an important job. Gideon thought he was weak and doubted his ability to do it. The Lord helped Gideon do the job just as he promised he would. All of us have been chosen by God. He has a plan for our lives. He is always with us and will provide all that we need. We do not have to be afraid. In Deuteronomy 31:6, we are told, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you." The greatest thing you can do is remind your children of God's commitment to them through his work in their lives. Because of what God has done, we can do the things he has planned for us.